Previously on La Felicita. For a few days we hung out in a nature reserve at the Vänern, the largest lake of Sweden. Good morning! We are at a small lighthouse and it's super windy, but there is a great view of the ocean. And right on the shore we found a beautiful free camp spot, just a couple of minutes away from the small harbor. For a couple of days we enjoyed the view on the ocean and wandered around looking at all the boats. Well, it certainly is a nice little harbor, just very windy today. And we took advantage of the harbor facilities for taking a shower. That's where we parked. Places like this, in good weather like this I must say, make a life on the road really special. The next morning, weather was still kind to us, calm and peaceful, just a bit freezing though, which made our van glow like a vampire in sunlight. And it made our windows actually freeze from the inside. The ice scraped off, we continued our journey south. We have been in Sweden and before that in Norway for quite a while now. Even though winter in the north feels kind of special, it was really time now to drive towards warmer weather. Tricks for spying birds. So there are these small huts where you can look at birds apparently. Let's see. Actually we wanted to drive to a camping ground, but because it was closed we happened to end up in this bird reserve where people come to look at birds, so we were keen to try it out. Luckily, there was also a bird reserve center for warming up, hanging out and looking at birds, obviously. I can see some ducks. More ducks. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack.
This seems like they are more men than women.
They're fighting. So for watching ducks, this is a good place.
Yeah.
But so was Örebro, the park in Örebro, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Ducks are now definitely our favorite bird, and we wondered if we could have one as a pet in our van. Now we are on the way to a second-hand shop, because there are a lot of these shops from the Red Cross in Sweden, but they do have some weird opening hours, like only Wednesdays and Saturdays. And I guess we have to turn right here. We didn't need anything specific, but it is always fun to look around these shops, especially in other countries.
Yeah, a male and a female.
Cute.
Look at old people watching us.
Next on our sightseeing route along Sweden's west coast was a small town of Varberg. A fortress and a public swimming pool. It's a bath house from 1866 in a Moorish style. The fortress of Varberg was built in the 12th century for protection against Denmark. It served different purposes over the centuries: home for the royals, military purposes, a prison, and now a museum. So somewhere over there is Denmark, very far away. It is always very interesting to visit places that are so old and to imagine how life was here like a couple of hundred or even 1,000 years ago.
Ching ching. So we got some Swedish glögg from the shop. It's like Glühwein, just without alcohol. So it's like, I think, apple juice and some other juices and spices, and you obviously drink it warm, and it tastes delicious.
Very sweet.
Your love away. Take it gradually.
Even though it was totally the wrong season, we wanted to make a quick stop at this location to see what it's like. Wow, super calm. No wind, no waves. Is there even water?
I don't know. Yeah. So this is the longest beach of Sweden. It's 12 kilometers long.
There was enough beach time. Not really beach weather. And it's dark.
Dark and cold.
But that's how it is in the winter in Sweden. What time is it? 4. And it's dark and cold. This next town was really cute with all the Christmas lights, so we made a quick stop to check it out.
Maybe we need that one. 36 hours Europe.
Well, we would need more than that.
Third edition, 130 destinations.
We made it to Siberia. And it's very cold. The beach is a bit stinky, full of seaweed. There's supposed to be a UFO somewhere around here. We're now looking for it.
We're actually just following the
path.
yeah, the description and the path.
Oh.
I actually expected it to be a bit bigger, but it's cute.
So the aliens which landed in Siberia probably weren't that tall, judging by the size of their ship. So they've landed in 1946. The ferry terminal, which will mark the end of our journey through the north, was coming closer and closer. Just 2 more cities we wanted to visit. First up, Lund, a small city known for its university. Everything is in walking distance and all the old buildings are really impressive. We are in Malmö, and over there, that's the Öresund bridge crossing over to Denmark. Over there is a weird tall building and all the other buildings are really small, and this really stands out. And in front of us, a bathing house. Let's see if it's open. It was, but it was actually a cafe. Later we've seen several people going in there with gym bags, so we can probably still go for a swim. Hello, Dudo. And another one. Hello. We usually tend to stay away from the bigger cities, and especially in Scandinavia, the nature is so much more special that you should not waste too much time in cities. Still, for a day, it was nice to walk around. Close to the city center, we found this quiet parking spot in a marina. Marinas are always good for filling up water, taking a shower, and looking at sailboats, of course. The view of the ocean and Öresund Bridge, which connects Malmö with Copenhagen over in Denmark, was also great. Do you know how many days we are now in Scandinavia?
No.
100 days.
Oh wow. Cool.
And as a present for our 100th day in Scandinavia, nature gave us an epic sunset. boarding cards.
Thank you.
More than 3 months of traveling through Norway and Sweden. It was a great journey, but we are also ready for a new adventure. If we can find the way onto the ferry, that is.
Oh damn, what?
Oi, oi, oi. Behind this one? Ah. Getting into the right spot was tricky, and with a vintage van like this, there's always a lot of people watching us, but it's fun. What?
Like that.
Okay. Bye Sweden.
First time after like, I don't know, 3 months watching TV and watching the news.
And about 8 hours later, it was time to disembark. I hope we don't have to drive out first.
There was like literally,
We're stuck.
there was like the funniest ferry ride I ever had because there were only like truckers and us.
Stuck.
Oi.
And that was it, back in Central Europe. What a journey, and so much fun to share with all of you. So thank you a lot for watching. Please subscribe to support us and stay tuned for the next adventure.
Professional driving a la Mariano. And we can get some vitamin C. C. I want to be with you anywhere.
This is how you shower. Is it on? Oi! Well, that was not so good. And hooya! Oh! Yeah, oi! Oh, way too far.
I think we can ask for Wi-Fi. Now you feel stalked. Meow. Meow. That's money. Like going to the gym.